Well, hello and welcome to session 2 of the Essential Mentoring. I'm Mike Favors, and I'm glad to see that you're advancing to the next sessions in the mentorship program. I am confident and believing that some of the principles and things that you're learning up to this point is being applied to your life. I hope that you're doing the homework. I really do hope that you're chiming in and that you are engaging the material that we have over in the Facebook Live, and also that you're seeing this on the in the back office of the Essential Leaders page or the Essential Mentoring Group members only section. All right. I do want to put a disclaimer out here and ask that you all would not share the content or the videos with family and friends, as you all are paying for this. And this information is vital, but it is also strategically and put together just for those of you who thought enough to invest in your own future. Okay. So with that being said, today is session 2, and today's session is on desire. Now, this is a very strong session. We're going to deal with some concepts. So if you got your pencil and paper, get that ready so you can take some notes. As always, as we enter into this, let's become essential together. So once again, we're reading in the second chapter of the book by Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich. You all know that this book is very vital. It was a book that changed my life when I read it, and this is helping our mindset. This is helping us to operate in the paradigm. So now I have an equation for you. But before I get to the equation, I want to share this with you. Whatever the mind of a man can conceive and believe, it can achieve. I want you to understand this. I want to read this to you again. Whatever the mind of a man can conceive, that means dream about, vision, see yourself doing, and you believe what you vision and see yourself doing, you can achieve it. All right. So with that being said, Napoleon Hill says in his book on desire, the starting point of all achievement and the first step toward getting riches in business, entrepreneurship is your desire. I want to ask you something. How bad do you want to see your dreams come to pass? How bad do you want to see yourself successful and to be moving up to the next level in life? I often teach it like this, that if you've ever been swimming before, and you've been underwater and you found yourself fighting to get back up so that you could breathe, your desires have to be as strong in life, as strong to see your dreams come to pass, as it is that you want to breathe. See, when you're underwater and you're trying to fight to get back to the surface, you're trying to fight to get back to the surface so you can get air, so you can breathe. And so you want to let your desires become that way, all right? So then Napoleon Hill says this. He gives a story in the book, and it's an ongoing story about when Edwin C. Barnes climbed down from the freight train when he got to Orange, New Jersey about 50 years ago, or about 100 years ago now. His mind was focused on something. His mind was made up that he wanted to become a business partner of Edison, right? So Barnes' desire was not hope. So I need you all to understand something. Desire is very different from hoping. We understand that hope is things that we wish to happen, things that we want to happen, but your desires cannot just be simply a wish, okay? Once again, I'm dealing with your mindset now. Your desire has to become something, and I'm going to get into this equation that I have for you. The equation is simply this: D plus SOM times O over P plus P minus NF equals riches. I know. I'm going to say that once again because some of you all might have missed it. D plus SOM times O over P plus P minus NF equals riches. Now, I know you say, well, I still don't get it. Well, guess what? I'm going to share my screen with you, and I'm going to break this down. I'm going to share this whiteboard with you so that you can see what it is. There it is. That's what the equation for riches look like. D plus S over SOM multiplied by O. You see that right there? Over P plus P minus NF equals R, which is riches. So now, what does each one of these mean? Well, the first thing I'm going to type here, the first thing that we see on this piece is desire. All right. Your desire has to be so strong. What is desire? Desire is something that gets a hold of you, that captivates you all, that you want to see done in your life. All right. Now, if you were to look up the word desire in the Webster's Dictionary, which you can easily do on your phone or anything like that, you would find that the word desire means this. It is a strong feeling of wanting, a strong, I don't know how that happened, but it's a strong feeling of wanting to have something. All right? A strong feeling of wanting something. It is very different from a wish or anything of that nature, because oftentimes when you desire something, in order for it to go from your conscious mind to your subconscious, you have to add emotion, which is the strong feeling portion. That's what desire is, all right? It is a strong feeling, not something that's just mediocre or anything like that, right? Number two, we understand, is what? Your state of mind. Now, basically, a state of mind is your thought process, okay? Where do you see things? What's going on in your life, okay? What's going on around you? How do you perceive things? See, the state of mind is going to be very important to your ability to gain success, my dear friends, because the truth of the matter is, if your state of mind is off, your perception is going to be off. If your perception is off, then you won't make the necessary decisions that's going to advance your business or your dreams. So what state of mind are you in? And of course, thirdly, when you have a desire plus state of mind, a desire plus a strong state of mind, something is going to happen. Something is going to happen. All right? What's going to happen? You have to be able to apply the desire and the strong state of mind to something else. So what happens is you multiply this desire, strong state of mind with something else. You say, well, what is that something else, man? That's something else that Napoleon Hill talks about in his book is obsession. Now, I need you all to understand something. Let me type that in there for you. All right. Now you say, well, isn't obsession bad? Obsession is only bad when you obsess to the point of trying to get something that you can't have. All right. But when you talk about obsession and having something on you or something like that, the word obsession is this: an idea. I'm going to type this up for you. An idea or thought, right? That continually, I hope I spelled that right, that preoccupies or intrudes your mind. Okay? This is what an obsession is. Uh-oh, I need more space on my board. All right, I may have to erase some of these. Well, I'm going to put number 3 up here, if that's okay with you all right? Now, obsession is an idea or thought that continually preoccupies your mind. So you don't want to become so obsessive with something that you can't have it or something that doesn't belong to you. Now, we're not going to do the thin line between love and hate movie, right? Just a little joke. But anyway, obsession is something that an idea or thought that continually preoccupies your mind. So when you have desire plus a positive state of mind, all right, a positive state of mind, what happens is this: that desire plus a state of mind that's positive multiplied by obsession. Now you want to get into, this is where your daily affirmations comes in there, people. This is where you begin to rehearse in your mind. We rehearse what you say. Every day when I wake up, I say these words: I am rich, healthy, and wealthy. That's my daily affirmation. I say that to myself to remind myself that God has given me something. He has given me this mindset to think, this ability to go after. to build businesses, to help other people, right? So now, when you put all of this together, something else has to happen. You have to then put this in another place in the equation, which is what's the under portion, this portion right here. So this first P stands for planning. You have to plan properly. Old saying used to go that if a person doesn't plan, if they fail to plan, then they plan to fail. What is to plan? Well, sometimes we don't just look up the words, and so we don't know exactly what they mean. We have an idea of what they mean, but we don't really spend time to look it up. So now, what is planning or a plan? All right. Well, let me do this. Planning, which is from the root word of plan. All right. So if you look this up, you have to look up plan in order to get to the verb form of planning. A plan, watch this, y'all, is a detailed proposal. Oh, this is so good. For doing or, I hope I spelled that right, achieving something. Did y'all hear that? A detailed proposal. Man, that's amazing. How many of you all have detailed proposals in your life for achieving your goals? A detailed proposal for doing or achieving something. So now you realize that it's not enough just to have a strong desire or to have a positive state of mind or a thought process or to have that multiplied by an obsession, right? Your dream, whatever you want to do, you need to have a strong desire for it, develop the state of mind of positivity, which is your thought process, multiplied by it becoming an obsession, something that you constantly remind yourself of, you think about. But you have to put that over now, your ability to plan. So now you got to go do some research. You need a detailed proposal of, as it is, to how you're going to execute this plan. Come on, somebody. I know this is good stuff because it was good stuff for me, right? I mean, when I taught this piece, I was like, whoa, man, when I first read it, it blew my mind. It literally changed my whole perspective on things because I had great dreams, big dreams, but didn't know how to get those dreams out of my head down on paper. All right. And so the last P, or the next P, then is this, number 5. All right, let me move this over just a little bit before I start typing. All right. Number 5 is what? Persistence. Persistence. Persistence, you all. Now, what is persistence? Persistence comes from a root word of persistent. P-E-R-S-I-S. Oh, I just spelled that all wrong. P-E-R-S-I-S-T-E-N-T. Ah, there we go. So now, persistence, where you get persistent. Watch this. According to the dictionary, it means continually, firmly, in a course of action, in spite, difficulty, or opposition. Did you all hear that? This is what persistence is. All right? So desire plus the right state of mind, positive state of mind, times obsession, over proper planning and continuing firmly in that course of action, in spite of difficulty or opposition. We are almost there, you all. This is so powerful when it comes to your desires, that if you don't continue forward, see, I know a lot of people in life that give up too soon. They can be this close to achieving their dreams and their goals, but they give up, only to see someone else who started off with them succeed. How many people you know started off in college and for whatever reason they gave up, and to see their friends go on and graduate and secure good jobs and things of that nature? We can't give up too soon. This is where the persistent comes in at. And then lastly, minus the NF. NF is failure. And what does that mean? This is my own definition. That means failure is not an option. Did you all see that? Failure is not an option when you're dealing with growing your business and doing this type of thing. Now, all of these equal your results. That's what that means, y'all. I'll put that right next to that. Now, all right. They won't let me change it, but you all get what I'm trying to do. So the equation for a desire, which is the starting point of all achievement, is D, which is desire plus a state of mind, multiplied by obsession over planning and persistence, subtracting no failure. That means we don't take no for an answer. We lose. We realize that failure is not an option. Watch this, you all, because all failure becomes experience. Failure is only failure when you stay down and never get back up, which means if failure is not an option, then everything that you attempt that you may fail at, you look at that from this standpoint, it is just a lesson that life has taught me of what not to do. So therefore, if you look at it with that mindset and stay positive, you realize that failure is not an option. This, my friends, is what landed Barnes the situation and the position whereby he could then go and partner with Edison and become one of the richest men that a lot of people never even heard about. All right. So once again, this is the equation for desire. And this is the basic piece. All right. So with that being said, hey, somebody popped on. This was a private piece, but nonetheless, I see you. Were you on the Periscope this morning? Okay, well, I guess they jumped out. They were trying to do something else, but we're going to keep this video right here, and that's okay. So here it is. Here's this right here. Session 2 is about desire, how to develop your desires. Go back and look at this video, because once again, if you want to be essential, you have to have desires versus hopes and wishes, because whatever the man or whatever the mind of a man can conceive, and woman for that matter, and believe, it can achieve. Once again, this is Mike Favors. Thank you for joining us for session 2, and let us continue on our journey to be essential together.